Staying up after Fajr changed my life, and it can be the same for you. Assalamu alaikum, my people. My name is Pablo, and I help young Muslim men break out of the rut and become productive. Alhamdulillah, over the last 10 months, I've consistently uploaded every day on TikTok, and along the way, I've picked up many productivity tactics. If you want to transform your life today with one-on-one coaching, check the link in the description below. Alhamdulillah, I became Muslim in February 2022, and I always knew Islam brought a sense of structure to someone's life, as you have the 5 obligatory prayers that you have to pray every day, no matter if it's Eid or some random Wednesday. And that was very attractive to me, especially when I was Christian. I was kind of jealous. I was like, you know what? These men are told to pray 5 times a day, every day. I would love that in Christianity. So of course, after I became Muslim, I started to learn how to pray and whatnot. After that excitement wears off, you start to get whispers by the shaitan. Oh, you're tired, you can't be asked, you don't feel like it. You see, the first year and a half of me being Muslim, I found it very hard to pray Fajr. Because the thing is, in the UK, it varies through the months. So around June, July times, it's around 2:45. While December times it's around 6. But whatever time Fajr was at, whether it was at 6 or 2:45, I'd always go to sleep late. 12 a.m, 1 a.m, 2 a.m. And the thing is, I'd wake up, pray, and then go straight back to sleep. And the thing is, I got into this self-improvement hype around April, May 2023, because I started to consume content from Tate, Beckles, Justin Waller, and all those people there. And I was like, you know what? When I finish uni, I need to pattern up. I need to change my life. But the thing is, I had been watching this type of content for maybe a year, but I didn't really absorb the message. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I didn't really understand it. So I was thinking to myself, when I finally submit my dissertation, and I'm done with uni, I'll start hitting the gym more, I'll clean up my diet, and I'll start a business. I want to make money, I want to get fit. I had no sort of plan. All I'll do is wake up based on vibes, and I'd wake up at 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m. And to be honest, it's not a good feeling, because when you wake up late, you feel groggy, sleep deprived, and so on. So from around May to August, I made some sort of progress. I started a business, and I was taking my health and fitness more seriously. It was going well, and I made some sort of progress towards my goals. However, at the start of August, I hit a rut, as my diet was poor, I was sporadic in the gym, and I wasn't improving my business. I acknowledged this. I was like, I'm not going in the right direction anymore. However, I didn't do anything to change my situation. I wasn't actively trying to get out of this situation. All I was doing was like, yeah, this is bad, but I can't be asked. And this would continue until October, where some days I'd eat healthy, but the vast majority of days I'd eat junk food. And some days I'd actually sit down and make improvements to my business. But most days I'd be like, you know what, I can't be asked. And the thing is, I'd complain that I wasn't getting results in my business. But I remember in October, I was like, you know what, I need to change my life. I can't keep living like this. You see, there's a slippery slope with self-improvement, as you can convince yourself, yeah, I'm on this journey. However, if you're not taking action, if you're not doing the things to better yourself, are you really on self-improvement? And I was exactly like this. I was like, yeah, I'm on self-improvement, but the only thing I'll be doing was watching content, eating junk food, and making no money. And I was like, you know what? Something needs to change. I need to dedicate myself to some big goal. And I was like, you know what? I need to create a TikTok channel talking about history and politics. So initially, after the first 3 days, I wrote the scripts in the afternoon or the evening. However, I was very unproductive. I remember sitting down that one afternoon trying to do work, and it felt impossible. Furthermore, what made things worse was that I ate chocolate and I checked my phone multiple times. So I was finding it very hard to sit down and focus. And the other time I wrote scripts in the evening because I had work that day. And the thing is, it felt impossible to balance work and this TikTok channel. So when I finished my shift, it was around 6 p.m. So of course I want to chill for a bit. So I done my workout between 7 to 8. Then 8 to 9, I would eat. Then 9 to 10, I'd sit down, relax, let the food digest. And then from 10, 11 p.m. onwards, I'd try sit down and do work. And this was extremely difficult. I couldn't think properly. Always heard through these videos that these successful people wake up early and do the work. That every morning they'll wake up at these ridiculous times like 3 a.m, 4 a.m, 5 a.m and do work. And qadar Allah, as Muslims, we are obligated to wake up and pray every morning. Allah has made it easy for us as we are obligated to wake up and pray every morning. So I remember this Wednesday so specifically. So of course every evening I'll set up my alarm for Fajr. However, this time I was like, you know what? Instead of going back to sleep, I'll stay up and use that time to write scripts. And the thing is, yeah, I had to get into work for 8:30. And I was like, you know what? Even if I'm sleep deprived, let me just write 7 scripts so I get it out of the way. And this is when my life changed, because I wrote 14 scripts in the space of only 2 hours. But the main thing was, I never felt as good. I was so mentally sharp, it was unbelievable. It was like I was living a lie, because the last 21 years, anytime I tried to do work, it was near impossible. I could never sit down and focus. Because whenever I tried to sit down, I'd find it so hard to focus. I'd have brain fog, I'd be distracted by everything, and this changed my whole perception of life. I was like, you know what? You can actually get stuff done. You can actually be productive in a small amount of time. So from that day onwards, I was like, you know what? I need to stay up and work after Fajr. Of course, at the start, that was difficult because my body was used to waking up between 9:30 to 11. And oftentimes at the start, I'd feel tired after 2-3 hours of being awake. So some days I'd be awake the whole morning. Some days I'd stay awake for 2-3 hours, then go back to sleep, and then other days I'd pray and then go back to sleep. But by the end of October and the start of November, this habit stuck. But of course, on some occasions I would listen to my lizard brain. I'll be like, you know what, I've done enough work, let me go to sleep, I'll do it tomorrow. So I'd say around 95% of the days I'd stay up after Fajr and do work. I was able to consistently upload every day on TikTok and make massive improvements to my business. And this is due to my discipline increasing by waking up early and doing work. And me waking up early and being disciplined was the reason why I was able to clean up my diet in January and consistently hit the gym. The thing is, yeah, this saved my life because I was going down a bad path. I was waking up late, I was eating junk food, I wasn't making money, I was having arguments and disagreements with many people. And what's worse is that I deluded myself into thinking I was on this self-improvement journey. But in reality, I wasn't bettering myself in any department. I had no sense of purpose or direction. I was just waiting for my business to magically make me money without actually making the effort to improve it. However, when I started to dedicate myself towards that TikTok channel, my life improved for the better. It was like I was gearing my life towards that goal. I can't go to sleep late because I need to wake up early. I have to eat healthier because I don't want brain fog. I have to do this because of that. When I had that objective in my mind, it was like, you know what? I want to wake up early. I had that drive and motivation many days. It gave me drive and passion. It was like, yes, I can't wait to wake up early, sit down and do the work. I was excited to find out more historical facts and theories to share to the world. The thing is, yeah, it actually changed me as a person and made me disciplined. Because from the outside, it seemed that I was disciplined because I had the business, I had this podcast, but in reality, I was waking up late, eating junk food, not doing anything to improve my life. But it was only when I started staying up for Fajr that my discipline really increased. You see, this discipline, it began to permeate into other areas of my life. As I cleaned up my diet, I was more consistent in the gym, I was more punctual. So you see, staying up for Fajr changed my life trajectory for the better. To the point nowadays, I know exactly how to work. Like if someone told me, you need to start this specific business because it'll make you money, I'll know exactly what to do. Wake up early, cut out all distractions, and it will get done. Remember, productivity is the path to your dream life.